Microsoft Windows CE is an operating system developed by Microsoft for embedded systems. Windows CE is a distinct operating system and kernel, rather than a trimmed-down version of desktop Windows. It is not to be confused with Windows Embedded Standard, which is an NT-based componentized version of desktop Microsoft Windows. Microsoft licenses Windows CE to OEMs and device makers. The OEMs and device makers can modify and create their own user interfaces and experiences, with Windows CE providing the technical foundation to do so. The current version of Windows Embedded Compact supports Intel x86 and compatibles and ARM processors with board support packages directly. The MIPS and SHX architectures have kernel support. Features: Windows CE is optimized for devices that have minimal memory. A Windows CE kernel may run with 1 MB of memory. Devices are often configured without disk storage, and may be configured as a closed system that does not allow for end-user extension. Windows CE conforms to the definition of a real-time operating system, with a deterministic interrupt latency. From version 3 and onward, the system supports 256 priority levels and uses priority inheritance for dealing with priority inversion. The fundamental unit of execution is the thread. This helps to simplify the interface and improve execution time. Microsoft has stated that the CE is not an intentional initialism, but many people believe CE stands for Consumer Electronics, or Compact Edition. Microsoft says the letters instead imply a number of Windows CE design precepts, including compact, connectable, compatible, companion, and efficient. The first version known during development under the codename Pegasus featured a Windows-like GUI and a number of Microsoft's popular applications, all trimmed down for smaller storage, memory, and speed of the palm tops of the day. Since then, Windows CE has evolved into a component-based, embedded, real-time operating system. It is no longer targeted solely at handheld computers. Many platforms have been based on the core Windows CE operating system, including Microsoft's Auto PC, Pocket PC 2000, Pocket PC 2002, Windows Mobile 2003, Windows Mobile 2003 SE, Windows Mobile 5, Windows Mobile 6, Smartphone 2002, Smartphone 2003, Portable Media Center, Zune, Windows Phone and many industrial devices and embedded systems. Windows CE even powered select games for the Dreamcast, was the operating system of the Gizmondo handheld, and can partially run on modified Xbox game consoles. A distinctive feature of Windows CE compared to other Microsoft operating systems is that large parts of it are offered in source code form. First, source code was offered to several vendors, so they could adjust it to their hardware. Then products like Platform Builder offered several components in source code form to the general public. However, a number of core components that do not need adaptation to specific hardware environments are still distributed in binary-only form. Development tools: Visual Studio. Microsoft Visual Studio 2012 supports development for Windows Embedded Compact 2013. Microsoft Visual Studio 2008 and earlier support projects for older releases of Windows CE/Windows Mobile, producing executable programs and platform images either as an emulator or attached by cable to an actual mobile device. A mobile device is not necessary to develop a CE program. The .NET Compact framework supports a subset of the .NET framework with projects in C and VB.NET, but not managed C++. Managed applications employing the .NET Compact framework also require devices with significantly larger memories, while unmanaged applications can still run successfully on smaller devices. In Visual Studio 2010, the Windows Phone developer tools are used as an extension, allowing Windows Phone OS 7 apps to be designed and tested within Visual Studio. Free Pascal and Lazarus. Free Pascal introduced the Windows CE port in version 2.2.0, targeting ARM and x86 architectures. Later, the Windows CE header files were translated for use with Lazarus, a rapid application development software package based on Free Pascal. Windows CE applications are designed and coded in the Lazarus integrated development environment and compiled with an appropriate cross-compiler. Platform Builder. This programming tool is used for building the platform, device drivers and also the application. This is a one-step environment to get the system up and running. One can also use Platform Builder to export an SDK for the target microprocessor to be used with another associated tool set named below. Others, the Embedded Visual C++ a tool for development of embedded applications for Windows CE. It can be used standalone using the SDK exported from Platform Builder or using the Platform Builder's Platform Manager connectivity setup. CodeGear Delphi Prism runs in Visual Studio, also supports the .NET Compact framework and thus can be used to develop mobile applications. It employs the Oxygen compiler created by RamObject Software, which targets .NET, the .NET Compact framework, and Mono. Its command line compiler is available free of charge. Basic 4PPC a programming language similar to Visual Basic targets the .NET Compact framework and supports Windows CE and Windows mobile devices. GLBasic a very easy to learn and use basic dialect that compiles for many platforms, including Windows CE and Windows Mobile. It can be extended by writing inline C++ code. LabVIEW a graphical programming language, supporting many platforms, including Windows CE. AutoHotkey a port of the open-source macro creation and automation software utility available for Windows CE. It allows the construction of macros and simple GUI applications developed by systems analyst Jonathan Maxey and Tim Kang. Relationship to Windows Mobile, Pocket PC, and smartphone. Often Windows CE, Windows Mobile, and Pocket PC are used interchangeably, in part due to their common origin. This practice is not entirely accurate. Windows CE is a modular componentized operating system that serves as the foundation of several classes of devices. Some of these modules provide subsets of other components' features, others which are separate, and others which add additional features to another component. One can buy a kit which contains all these components and the tools with which to develop a custom platform. Applications such as Excel Mobile Pocket Excel are not part of this kit. The older handheld PC version of Pocket Word and several other older applications are included as samples, however. Windows Mobile is best described as a subset of platforms based on a Windows CE underpinning. Currently, Pocket PC, Smartphone, and Pocket PC Phone Edition are the three main platforms under the Windows Mobile umbrella. Each platform uses different components of Windows CE, plus supplemental features and applications suited for their respective devices. Pocket PC and Windows Mobile are Microsoft-defined custom platforms for general PDA use, consisting of a Microsoft-defined set of minimum profiles of software and hardware that is supported. The rules for manufacturing a Pocket PC device are stricter than those for producing a custom Windows CE-based platform. The defining characteristics of the Pocket PC are the touchscreen as the primary human interface device and its extremely portable size. CEV 3.0 is the basis for Pocket PC 2002. A successor to CEV 3.0 is CE.NET. Pocket PC is a separate layer of code on top of the core Windows CEOs. Pocket PC is based on Windows CE, but it's a different offering. And licensees of Pocket PC are forbidden to modify the WinCE part. The smartphone platform is a feature-rich OS and interface for cellular phone handsets. Smartphone offers productivity features to business users, such as email, and multimedia abilities for consumers. The smartphone interface relies heavily on joystick navigation and phone pad input. Devices running smartphone do not include a touchscreen interface. Smartphone devices generally resemble other cellular handset form factors, whereas most phone edition devices use a PDA form factor with a larger display. Versions, see also. Notes and references. External links. Windows Embedded Compact 2013 product page at Microsoft, benchmarking real-time determinism in Microsoft Windows CE. A brief history of Windows CE, by HPC, Factor with screenshots of the various versions, site hosted by Windows CE at the Wayback Machine, website hosted by Handheld PC. Unfortunately offline now. Only this archived version exists, Windows XP embedded on MSDN, Portable CE 3.0, Mike Hall's Windows Embedded blog, choosing the correct version of Windows Embedded operating systems, find Windows Embedded devices.